Limerick, you've probably seen this team a little bit more than me. What can we expect from Limerick in this game?
I think Limerick just have to come out and play the way that they've been playing. We'll be looking at number 11, Alex Carlisle, Ryan Leonard and Toby Christensen. They'll be the three keys for Limerick Sport Eagles to get the team going. We also have Darragh Horgan and Danny Shahab, two Irish internationals, and they're well able to hold their own, especially Horgan. He's been playing very well. And yeah, he'd be looking to get the team just as much as, the pros.
On the other side, Templeogue, a very mixed bag this year. Their record maybe doesn't reflect how close they've been in a lot of games with big teams. A lot of new players, a lot of new faces this year, and obviously a new coach in Sergio. So a lot of good Spanish players. And I suppose one of the big things to watch here is number 10, Paris. He's been out for a lot of the season with a broken wrist he sustained in pre-season, but he's come back in the last couple of ones as Ryan Leonard starts the scoring for Limerick Eagles. So it'll be interesting to see if Paris has an impact on the game. Evan Cook, American for Templeogue with the ball. Takes the high screen, finds Gormley cutting corner. 7 seconds left on the clock. Cook goes to work on Leonard. Leonard doing a really good job.
Good defense by Shahab.
And Eagles come away, find Leonard. Move to Eagles this year from Super League team in Tralee. And that's an easy layup for number 11, Alex Carlisle. And Templeogue won't be happy with that defense. Eagles with a 5-0 lead. Carlisle, returning American for Limerick Eagles, one of their bright sparks last year. And they get the ball into the post to Toby Christensen, Super League winner with Blue Demons last year. Big pick-up for Eagles in the Division 1. Gormley, good outside shooter, can't get that to fall under the pressure from Leonard. And Carlisle steps into the three. And Eagles with the hot start here. Extended 2-3 zone. Ball goes into Galler. They find the cutter along the baseline. Shot's no good, but they get the rebound. But stolen away. And here comes Toby, finds Carlisle. Nice pass back. Kick out to Leonard. Leonard for three is no good, and that will be Templeogue ball. Katie, fast start by Limerick here so far.
Yeah, and I suppose when you have Alex scoring early, it makes everything much easier for Eagles. I think this game is going to be determined a lot by Alex Carlisle and Evan Cook. Both players are actually former Wheatus College Division 3 teammates, so it's a nice matchup for Templeogue and Eagles. But I think we said this before, like it could be one of those games where if both players have a 16-point game, it's up to a lot of the other players to step up. But both of these players are also capable of having a 30-plus point game. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out.
As loose ball there. Jump ball, good dive on the floor from Darragh Horgan. Make sure it stays Eagles ball. Michael Gormley for Templeogue with that last three. We talked about his outside shot. Shahab attacks the basket. And that's twice now that Eagles have just got to the basket really simply just off the first initial drive. Templeogue have to do a better job defensively from that point of view.
Yeah, and that's an excellent read by Shahab, just exploiting, I suppose, a slow defender there. Just using his youth to get to the rim.
Leonard, guarded by Gormley, rejects the screen, finds Toby Poppin. Nice no-look pass to the corner, and nice three. We have our first time out. Eagles with the lead, 13-3. And we're back. 6:42 left in the first. Eagles with the 10-point lead. Subs from Templeogue. See Jake Mullins checking in for Conor Gallagher. And Kitty, I think, you know, Coach Sergio going with the two bigs to start the game, but kind of struggled defensively, matching up to the speed of Limerick. So going a little bit smaller now, just with Paris. Maybe that'll be able to help them on their rotation on the defensive side.
Yeah, definitely. I think Mullins has been a bit of a spark for Templeogue, so they'll be looking to him to get things going.
Ball checked in. Finds Castano. Into Paris. Ball goes to Cook. Cook. Good contest from Christensen. And Eagles are on the run again. Leonard finds Toby. He fixes the handoff. Carlisle turns the corner and dunks it down
on his
Jake
head.
Mullins. What a play from Alex Carlisle. That one's going to be on the highlight reel. As we see number 10, Colm Hackett, checking in for Eagles. Colm, an under-20 National Cup winner with Dundalk Ravens last year. Captain that side, moved down to Limerick for college, so a nice pick-up for them. As we still see Eagles in this extended zone. They try to kick the ball, but good steal. And Carlisle, and again! Someone from Templeogue has to find a way of stopping Alex Carlisle. As we see Captain Darren Murray about to check in. That's probably what he's planning to do. He's not going to, oh. Thought he was going for a third dunk in a row, but pass was loose. As we see Wilfred Omaruso checking in, along with Darren Murray.
Yeah, Alex has 8 of Eagles' 18 points, so coach needs to adjust there. He can't let him go off if he wants to be in any sort of game.
And Milan Lopez also checking in for Templeogue.
Yeah, Omarusi is an exciting player to watch, so hopefully he'll have a good impact.
He's been in and out of the Templeogue rotation just because he's been playing other age groups at underage, so good to see him in. He had a big game actually against the Eagles in their opening game of the season, so be interesting to see if he can make an impact. Good ball movement from Eagles. Hackett with the rebound, finds the cutter, but no good. And Templeogue look to come out on the break. Lopez finds Mullins. Mullins for the long two. Gets it to fall. Shabab driving on Lopez. Goes the handoff. Carlisle comes into the handoff with Christensen.
Much better defense from Templeogue, shutting down that middle.
And that is what Darren Murray does for Templeogue. Finds Cook cutting.
Excellent
Ball
defense.
stolen away from Hackett. And a little bit overexcited going on the closeout and gets beaten. Good initial defense by Hackett, but draws the foul, and it will be Templeogue ball from the baseline. And Cook finds his way in. Wow. Darren Murray arguing the call, but I think that was right from referee Carly O'Mahony. He was outside when he jumped in the air, caught the ball, so out of bounds. As we see Leonard and Kilmas checking into the game.
Yeah, I think Eagles will be looking to rotate their bench quite a bit because you can see the intensity from all their players, like Hackett coming off the bench. Yeah.
Leonard finds a gap. Good defense from Templeogue. 10 seconds on the clock. Ball rotated. Good hands from Lopez. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Will be Eagles ball from the baseline.
Yeah, this 5 for Templeogue have definitely brought the intensity way up.
Hackett is open for 3. Can't get it to fall. Templeogue look to break. Cook finds Wilfred, a nice finish inside. And that's one of the things he does really well. He gets up the floor, runs straight down on that trail line, and can really stretch you if your bigs are slow moving back. Hackett drives and kicks. Leonard into the ball screen. Again, good defense from Wilford, but Toby gets the mismatch inside, and the finish.
Too small.
And let's Darren Murray know about it.
That's just experience speaking, isn't it?
Seen early a lot of pick and roll between Ryan Leonard and Toby Christensen. It's very hard to guard. Templeogue will have to come up with some sort of way, because at the moment they're just getting caught in some sort of mismatch every time. Cook finds a gap, nice pass inside. Doesn't go to hand. Wilford with the big reversal. Lopez tries the baseline, kicks to Cook. Cook can't get it to fall, and Eagles come away with it.
Ooh.
Leonard drives, kicks. Kilmus rejects, finds Hackett, extra pass. And shot doesn't fall, but good ball movement from Eagles. Murray finds Mullins along the baseline. Again, struggling to finish over Christensen.
Yeah, they're getting the looks, they're just not converting.
Christian finds Hackett driving. Good finish, call him Hackett. Again, a real intent from the Eagles players when they go to cut. They're cutting at pace,
yeah,
and doing a really good job. Templeogue really need to find a way of being a bit more physical and bumping them, not making it as easy just to drive through the lane. As we see, Eagles go more into their bench. We have Sean Ryan checking in. Murray finds Lopez. Conor Galley is checked back in at the high post. Finds Murray on the drive. Darren Murray gets it to fall.
And that middle's wide open every time.
Carlisle finds Christensen. Gets the ball inside to Leonard, guarded by Murray. Kicks, Ryan for three. Doesn't get a fall, hits the wire, so it'll be Templeogue ball. The one thing about this Templeogue side, they never know when they're beat. I know it's a long game, but you know, when you go down that quick, that early, sometimes teams can fade off, maybe not think it's their day, but this Templeogue team is gritty, and it doesn't matter, they'll keep playing all the way to the end.
Yeah.
So Eagles have to make advantage of this period and really extend that lead.
Yeah, I just think Eagles have come out with amazing energy, and you know, the players off the bench have kept up with that energy, which has made such a difference. So if they can keep that up. Alex Carlisle, what did you have for breakfast?
Again, rejects the screen really, really well, but the help defense from Templeogue just lacking. Nobody comes across, and an easy dunk, and that's just going to keep giving Eagles more and more confidence. Nice pass from Murray inside to Wilford. Kilmas finds Christensen. Zoom action, screens down. Leonard into the pick and roll. They get the ball to Christensen. Little split action. Nice no-look pass. Sean Ryan, 5 seconds. Stolen away by Wilford, and he's on the run. A good defense from Kilmas.
What I liked about that was 4 players got back.
Leonard steps into 3. Oh, no good inside the final minute of the first quarter. Murray finds Lopez. Oh, ball stolen away by Leonard. Carlisle drives.
Good defense. Way to make up for the turnover. I think just when Templeogue are in the half set, they're almost too predictable with the passes. Like, you know, Eagles have got very easy steals just there. They need to like reverse the ball much quicker.
I think Leonard definitely baited him into that pass, and he just has deceptive length. He can just get into those passing lanes. As you see, Lopez pick and pop with Gallagher. Ball reversed to the 3, and that's much better from Templeogue.
Yeah, and he's someone that Templeogue will be looking to get into the game, Costano. So hopefully that will... Alex is here.
Carlisle has come to play.
He has come to play.
And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Eagles with the 12-point lead. And we're back. Bright start from Eagles. Alex Carlisle leading all scores of 14 points in the first quarter. It's going to be Eagles' ball. Katie, what did you make of the first quarter?
Yeah, Eagles got off to an explosive start, but I know Coach Sergio won't be happy with Templeogue start with 7 turnovers, so that's something that they'll have to limit, especially when you have multiple players running the floor.
Christensen to Leonard. UCLA caught by Carlisle off the back pick. Better defense there. That time from Murray. As Castano finds Lopez. Ball goes in to Conor Gallagher. He shoots and he makes it.
Yeah, I think Gallagher needs to start squaring up to the basket and start looking like a threat. Like, he just scored there, but that's his first attempt at a shot. So we'll be looking for more of that.
I think that's the one thing that Eagles are kind of when you're in a zone, you give up something, and at the moment they're kind of nearly playing 2-on-1 with the high and low on Christensen. So Templeogue have to do a better job of punishing that, because they're trying to kick it out constantly, and that's where the guards are coming up with those steals. As Gallagher with back-to-back shots. Leonard gets the pass to Christensen. Christensen takes the 3. And Templeogue come away with it, but Christensen gets hands to it. Ball saved. Gallagher trying to find an outlet, finds it through Castano. Lopez back to Gallagher. Is he going to shoot it again? This time drives, kicks it out to Murray. Murray for 3. Doesn't get it to fall, and Christensen comes away with it. Leonard off the handoff, driving kicks, extra pass. Ryan, good ball fake. Can't get it to fall, and that's last tipped off Leonard.
Yeah, I'm surprised, even though Templeogue are on a run, that Cook is still on the bench. I'd like to see him get into the game.
As we see Danny Shabab and Dara Harkin check back in for Eagles. Murray gets the ball deep to Wilfred, but tipped off Christensen. So it'll be baseline ball Templeogue. 7 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Christensen's not happy, but all 3 refs happy with Templeogue ball.
Ball's loose on the lob to Galley. Carlisle comes away with it. Nice extra pass, but the second pass to Christensen's no good. Oh! And Wilfred
on his head.
Gets one back for Templeogue after the earlier dunk by Carlisle, putting it on Ryan Leonard's head.
Ryan won't be happy with that one.
As we see Cook check back in, and Templeogue fighting their way back into this game at the start of the second quarter. Wilford adds the bonus. as coach Ned McDermott calls the play. Ball goes Christensen to Carlisle. Re-screen. And he's free from the three-point line, but can't get a fall. Extra possession secured by Christensen. Shabab kicks. 5 seconds left on the clock. Leonard kicks. Shots up. No good, but another offensive rebound by Christensen. Leonard puts it up this time. And Christensen again pulled up another rebound, but was blocked by Wilfred, and jump ball will go Templeogue's way.
Yeah, Christensen has 7 rebounds already. It's definitely keeping them in the game while their offense has kind of come to a bit of a flunk. I think Eagles just need to go back to what was working for them, and I think that stemmed from their defense.
Templeogue did a much better job, though, stopping them driving to the basket. It seems to be a good movement from Galley and Wilfred there protecting the rim. It's forcing Eagles to hit a couple of more outside shots, and if they're not falling, as we've seen in the Limerick Celtics Ballincollig game, you know, if you can't finish inside over that height and you're not able to hit your threes, there's not much you can do. Good rebound by Cook. Wilfred Omarusi is doing an excellent job, the young man.
Yeah, I also think, you know, Christensen's attention is going towards Gallagher, so now when you have someone like Omarusi available to collect those offensive boards, it's going to open things up for Templeogue.
That's a really good read from Ryan Leonard, hitting the lifter on the pick and roll, but again, Shabab's 3 is no good. Ball goes inside early, good defense there. As Leonard sizing up his options, comes off the pick, hits the lifter, ball goes in, good split action, and Christensen hits the short corner jumper. Lopez directing traffic, telling Cook to come a little bit higher. Very static here from Templeogue on this one, and lucky to get away with a travel there, I thought. Lopez puts it up on the buzzer, no good. And Carlisle looks to attack on Cook. Finds Christensen, drive, kick, nice extra pass. Christian can't make the finish though. Lopez, they find Gallagher. Gallagher to Cook. Yet to get going in this game. Cook, but nice pass inside. But Wilfred couldn't get the finish. A big run here from Toby Christensen, but they nearly turned it over. But it found its way to him eventually. I see Templeogue ready to make a couple of more changes here. Mullen's about to come back in. So is Aaron Doherty. As the foul is called there on Christensen. And interesting here, Templeogue taking out both their big men. Going with Aaron Doherty, who does play the post, but maybe a little bit smaller. So Christian would fancy sealing up inside. And interesting to see how they adapt, because they did a really good job blocking up the paint there. So ball's loose. Doherty finds Cook. Cook for 3. And Cook gets it to fall.
Timeout Eagles.
As we have a timeout on the floor from Limerick Eagles, who have the 4-point lead. We'll be back after that. We're back with 4:19 left in the second. Templeogue getting themselves back into the game, only 4 points now. Eagles lead. Wilfred Omarusi, very impressive there in that stint. Katie, already Templeogue's leading scorer.
Yeah, he's on the bench now, but we like to see him getting back into the game while Templeogue on this run. But with that, Dara Horkin answers, so hopefully that will get Eagles back into the swing of things.
As we see the ball through Castano, hand off with Cook. Finds the ball into Mullins on the high post. He's happy to shoot it, can't get a fall, but rebound Templeogue. Cook from 3. Yeah, I would agree there with Coach Niall. It hit the wire, same call. Referees didn't see it, but it came up. Eagles ball anyway. Leonard for Eagles, guarded tight by Castano. Little cross screen for Christensen. He's going to go to work. And we talked about it just there in the timeout. We expected to see something out of the timeout from Niall McDermott to exploit that advantage, and Christensen obliges with that finish.
Yeah, he's the type of player that likes to facilitate for others, but when he needs to step up, he does.
Rebound by Harkin. He looks to attack in transition. Pitches his back to Christensen. Gets to Leonard, and Christensen is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, I think that matchup with Christensen, if it's looking like a big of a problem, you want to get Omarusi in.
As we see timeout called here by Templeogue before the free throw. And we're back. 3 minutes left to go in the half. Eagles with the 9-point lead. Christensen going to the line for 2. As we see Adam Tay check into the game for Templeogue. Christensen hits the first. Reminder, you can follow all the live scores and stats on the NBA and Swish app. See the leading scorers. And Christensen doesn't make the second. 10-point lead to Eagles. Castano with the ball for Templeogue. You see Cook running the baseline. Castano finds a gap. Nice finish. Christensen takes the handoff. Gets the second one. Harkin to Carlisle. Slowed up a little bit in the second quarter so far.
They've done a great job of shutting down that middle. They've completely taken away that handoff off the screen.
Force him into a tough shot. Cook driving in transition, no good. Ty gets the ball ripped off him by Ryan Leonard. Christensen with the finish.
Yeah, Christensen's certainly come into the game now. He's 10 points and 9 rebounds, so it takes away completely from like Alex just shutting down Alex when you have someone like that who's able to step up.
Ball with Cook, reverses to Mullins. Mullins, mid-range, nice move from Jake Mullins. Cuts it to an 8-point game. 1:40 left to go here. Shirab driving, kicks it back to Christensen. Harkin kind of got in his way, trying to clear out, but nice footwork inside by Christensen. Gets his own rebound. And Leonard on the cut, finds Shabab, blocked. 6 seconds on the clock. Carlisle puts him on skates, nice pass. Well, shot doesn't fall, and it'll be Cook finds Castano. Mullins doesn't get this one to fall inside the final minute. Important couple of possessions here. Carlisle looks to drive. A nice finish from Alex Carlisle. Finds Cook. Cook to Castano, long three. No good, but rebound inside by Doherty. But Christensen comes away with it. And he looks to drive. Ball kicked out. Shot's no good by Horkin. And Templeogue will have the final shot of the quarter. Ball with Castano. Finds Doherty on the baseline. Big block, but foul called.
He was on the bench for the rest of that quarter, considering there was 4 points between them.
Leonard attacks, pulls up, shots up, but no good. And half time, leading scores for the game for Templeogue, Wilfred Omarusi with 9 points. And for Eagles, Alex Carlisle with 16. Katie, what do you think of the first half, and what do you think both teams will be focused on here in the second?
Yeah, I thought Templeogue got off to a slow start, but Eagles came out with all the energy, and then eventually I think when Templeogue got their bench in, especially with the addition of Omarusi, it certainly opened things up for them and it leveled out the game. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half. I think, you know, if Eagles are going to stay in this zone, they're going to have to shut down the big fellas, and I think if Templeogue need to stop that pick and roll and that handoff in the middle.
We see Paras check back in for Templeogue. Started the game, only played 4 minutes in the first. Ball goes inside, nice extra pass from Christensen, and Shabab converts for Eagles. Castano gets the ball to Cook. Cook only 3 points in the first. Templeogue will be needing to get him going. Castano with a nice step back. Christensen at the top of the key. Goes the handoff with Leonard. Leonard drives. Leonard finishes. Right, Leonard a bit more aggressive there.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. He always looks like he's never breaking a sweat.
Omarusi out at the 3-point line. Looks to cut the baseline. Castano. And a rebound by Paris. Castano's done a good job against that zone, just finding little pockets up around the mid-range. And to be fair to him, although he missed that one, has finished well. Ball comes off Cook's foot. And Sergio not happy, going straight to his bench after that mistake. As Carlisle, it's the 3.
And that's what happens when you're just that a little bit careless. You get punished by Alex Carlisle.
And 19 points for Carlisle so far in this game. Cook finds Castano. Omarusi reverses it to Cook. Eagles have done a really good job identifying him and not giving him a moment's space. Wilfred tries, but loses possession. Horkin to the basket and comes off Templeogue hands. As we see Omarusi checking out early here in the third. Christensen for 3 is no good. As Evan Cook finds a gap. Drive, kicks, ball goes in to Conor Gallagher. Lopez at the high post is swallowed up by Christensen. Good hands there from Carlisle then, but it goes out of bounds. As we see Dara Murray check in for Paris.
Paul, if you're Templeogue, what's working, what's not working at the minute?
I think from my point of view, I think they're a little bit too passive against the zone. They're trying to nearly play the ball too perfect, but they're letting Eagles, what Eagles are doing really well in the zone, I find, is they're stunting and they're not committing to anybody, and what's happening then is Templeogue are picking up the ball, trying to make the pass where the person's melting back into the passing lane. So you actually have to be a little bit more aggressive, and that's where I thought Castano's been doing a really good job. He's not been trying to kick the ball. He's got into those little spaces in the mid-range, and he's going, well, if you're going to leave me open, I'm going to hit that mid-range. So I think Templeogue at the moment are maybe just playing into Eagles' hands from that side of things. And then on the offensive side for Eagles, they have to find an answer for Carlisle. He's just kind of getting to do what he wants, and those handoffs with Christensen and Ryan Leonard is creating these issues here we see in terms of those long closeouts, rotations not coming on the second side. So Templeogue have a lot of work to do, but we've seen them go on a nice run as Leonard extends the lead there. So they need to find a way of emulating what they did there in that second quarter.
Yeah, I still think Christensen's causing a lot of problems. Like he didn't get a full offensive rebound there, but he tapped the ball out, and Ryan was able to get that on one.
And it's hard. Like Templeogue have three bigs there, and each one of them have maybe different issues against Christensen. So for Conor Gallagher, he's a big, strong, physical presence, but maybe Christensen has him off the dribble, especially if he's hanging around the three-point line. Omarusi's probably a little bit inexperienced, and then Paris hasn't really gotten into the game after start and has played very little minutes. So they're really struggling, as you say, with Christensen, but Gallagher hits the two there. Good job from Darren Murray there on those handoffs, denying the ball to Carlisle, but it's a driving kick for Leonard. Good hands inside by Horkin. Kick out to Carlisle, and you cannot give him that shot.
And the Eagles crowd are on their feet. They're absolutely loving it.
We have a foul there, and Mikey Gormley looking to check back in. Again, another starter for Templeogue, but only played 4 minutes in the first. Did hit 1-3, so against the zone maybe he'll be able to find some open shots. Again, Castano looking to drive, finds Murray. Murray for three, no good. Leonard finds the cutter, and one foul on Danny Shabab, as Eagles really stamping their authority here in the third.
Yeah, I think Templeogue have just lost their composure just a small bit, and maybe a timeout on this run would do.
Murray arguing the call, but referee Hugh Bourne telling him to get on with things as Shabab goes to the line and adds the extra point. 18-point lead here now for Eagles. Long pass from Murray is cut out, but Murray comes away with it, and that's a third foul on Christensen. He probably should have been a little bit more disciplined there.
Not what they need, especially when he's having such an impact on the game, a positive impact on the game.
And we see subs coming here, Umarusi and Ronan Cregan checking in for Gallagher, and
here we go, Ronan.
29, Christensen and Leonard with 11 each. Kitty, at times it seems maybe that Eagles were going to run away with it, but Templeogue have done a really good job staying in touch and have a really good chance going into the fourth here, especially if they can get a good opening basket just like that there. How do you think this game's going to finish in the fourth quarter here?
It's hard to call, you know, it's cup and anything can happen. But yeah, if Templeogue can keep it within 10, I definitely think that they have a chance. I don't know, like sometimes the rotations have me a bit confused as well, because I feel like some players are on the bench and I don't know whether they've gone. Like Jake Mullins had a really good second quarter and he didn't get to play in the third, so not sure if he's going to get back in. He was hitting a few mid-range shots, so it's interesting to see what's going on inside the timeouts, I suppose.
Foul there on Christensen from Gallagher, so he'll go line for two. Can't make the first. Or the second, and Lopez comes away with it. Lopez on the drive, finds Gormley. Gormley for three. That one's no good. Rebound by Hackett. Good patience, finds Leonard. Christensen with the behind the back pass. Gives a wide open three and nails it.
Great to see young international Fred hit a three. No bother to him.
Murray to Lopez into Gallagher. Gormley into Paris. Murray finds Gormley. Good closeout by Leonard. 3 seconds left. And that's probably the shot that Eagles wanted. Gallagher from three, but they give up the rebound. Gallagher finds his way inside. Good finish by the big man. To be fair, I think that was good discipline from Christensen just to stay up and not pick up a fourth. And foul there on Darren Murray. Just got caught on the back door from Leonard. Wasn't going to let him get free. As we see Leonard and Horkin check out. Carlisle and Sean Ryan check back in.
And Murray checked out and Cook's back in.
12-point game, 8:25 left in the fourth. Ball goes to Christensen. Good backdoor cut from Carlisle and great find from Christensen. Cook finds a bit of space, finds Lopez. Shot's no good, but good rebound inside by Paris.
He's been phenomenal on the offensive boards for them, keeping them in the game.
Christensen gets Carlisle. Mid-range jump shot is short, misses everything. Cook's out on the break. Kilmass, really good job by Kilmass on the American Cook.
You can see Cook's frustration. He just hasn't gotten into this game, but there's still plenty of time for him to get back in.
Good steal by Kilmass again. Christensen's out in the break and lays it up. As we have a timeout from Templeogue with 7:34 left in the fourth. In the fourth, Eagles 73-59. Timeout from Templeogue, and Katie, still haven't seen Templeogue's leading scorer Wilfred Omarusi check back in yet. You would expect to see him soon. He's done a really good job today leading Templeogue, and Mikey Gormley, their second leading scorer, is on the court. He's done well coming back in now in the third quarter, hitting a couple of threes, but Wilfred has had a big impact for them, so they need him back in very, very soon.
Yeah, and I understand that they've gone big, but I feel like, you know, he's way more effective in there.
Cook really struggling to get the ball to fall. Sean Ryan finds Carlisle. Zoom action. Christensen rejects. finds Kilmas. Kilmas, nice screen inside from Sean Ryan. Gets the open look for Carlisle.
Ooh.
And
that's a tough call.
Yeah.
You know, I two players going for a ball.
as we see Castano checking back in for Templeogue. For Cook. Ball goes to Christensen. Carlisle finds Hackett into Ryan. Hackett.
How impressive have the Eagles' young guns been?
Yeah, I think, you know, as we see Kilmas here, what a I was just about to talk about Fred Kilmas. He's had limited minutes, but when he's been on, he hasn't, like, sometimes when you see young players, they might show a little bit of inexperience. He's been fantastic. He had two really big defensive plays, and when he's been open, he's knocked down shots. So really good job from him. But as you say, all of them, Colin Hackett has come in, given good minutes, rebounded well, had a good score in the first, and same with Dara Horkin and Danny Shabab, all really impressive.
Yeah, that's an intentional. I think Templeogue have just lost that composure now.
Unsportsmanlike foul called.
Yeah, but it's absolutely fantastic to see them come in with such confidence. Like even, you know, Stephen King is sitting on the bench. He's an absolute vet. He's out injured, and just to have those young guns step up fearless, contributing left, right and centre is just invaluable for Niall.
As Omarusi checks back in. 6 minutes left in the fourth. Carlisle hits the first. Can't make the second. The Eagles ball. Templeogue on team fouls now for the remainder of the quarter. Hackett finds Christensen. Kilmas. Kilmas is fouled. And he'll go line for two. As Carlisle just held Niall McDermott, it is 2 shots. Kilmas can't make the first. Castano for Templeogue. Finds Lopez. Paris to Gormley. Into Omarusi. Gets the double team, kicks it out, and hits the three. Lopez with the three from the assist from Omarusi after the double team came. Foul called on Lopez. Off the ball on Christensen. So he'll go to line for two.
Tough call, especially when you're in the minus for fouls, I suppose. It's an easy 2 for Christian.
As we see Ryan Leonard and Danny Shabab check in for Colin Hackett and Sean Ryan. Christensen makes the first. And the second. Castano. I think the shot clock didn't reset. Castano. Drives. Finds Omarusi. And Omarusi.
Every time they've gotten the ball to Omarusi on that baseline, there's been a score.
Kilmas finds Carlisle to Shabab. Into Christensen. 10 seconds left on the clock. Drive, kicks, Kilmas for 3.
He can't be stopped. 3 for 4 for threes. What more could you want from the young Irish international?
Ball goes to Castano. Try to force the ball into Paris, but it's taken away. Combination of Carlisle and Christensen. Christensen.
Give it back to Fred. I want to see him light it up. He's ready.
Leonard does that. Gives it to Christensen. Cut from Kilmas. Loose pass. And Lopez is on the run. And Templeogue bench looking for an unsportsmanlike. I don't think so.
No.
I think he made a play on the ball.
Templeogue fans not happy at all.
I think the right decision there from Joe Lavin. And we have a timeout for Eagles with 4:20 left in the fourth. In the morning we'll have the IWA semi-final between Titans and South East Swifts, then followed by the under-20 men's Titans and NABC. Make sure to follow it all on Basketball Ireland TV and the stats on the MBN Swish app. As Lopez can't hit the first. But does make the second. Shabab finds Christensen. Templeogue look as if they've come out in a 3-2 zone as Jake Mullins checks back in. For Paris.
Yeah, you wonder what's going through coach's mind sometimes, considering that he hasn't been in since the first half.
Castano finds Lopez. Tomarusi kicks it. And good shot from. Good look from Castano. Shot doesn't fall. Castano finds the middle. And that's short as well. Carlisle. Into Leonard. Leonard finds Shabab. Nice early pass onto Christensen. Christensen drives, kicks, Kilmas. That one doesn't go.
I've jinxed him.
Gormley nearly turns the ball over, but does a good job to recover. Lopez finds Castano. Nice seal inside by Mullins, but stolen away from him by Leonard. As we see Cook and Orkin check back in, either side. Just a bit of confusion there, I think. Joe Lavin was trying to get the ref's attention to wait, but by the time they inbounded it was okay, so I think Hugh Byrne just blew the whistle there, wasn't sure what was happening, so we'll reset with a Templeogue ball. Lopez finds Mullins, comes off Eagles' foot, so reset of the shot clock, and it'll be Templeogue ball. Cook finds Castano. Shot goes up. Leonard gets hands to it, but it'll stay Templeogue ball. 5 seconds left on the clock. Cook with the quick shot, but can't get it to fall, and Leonard gets the ball to Horgan. Templeogue looking to trap, and
Not what
Mullins
you need.
with the foul. As we see Daniel Cassidy check in for the first time. And Omarusi going to the bench.
What would be the reasoning behind that substitution, Paul?
At this point, I'm assuming maybe they're starting to think about the next league game. Hopefully, Wilford will play a big role in that. He had 21 minutes today, but 15 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of. I actually think he had a couple of assists to go with that as well.
Yeah.
So big impact from a young player who I'm sure has a really bright future for Templeogue. Castano.
Can't
Shot's
get it
no
to
good.
fall. And what do you think the difference between Eagles and Templeogue has been overall?
I think from an Eagles point of view, what I thought they've done very well is they found their key players in their preferred positions. So they ran a lot of those kind of get actions and zoom actions for Leonard and Carlisle coming off the pick and roll with Christensen. And I think, as we talked about, the young guys did a really good job. So if Templeogue maybe covered the two in the pick and roll, they were able to find, and they had, one of the big things that actually was really impressive with, the pros had a lot of trust in their young guys. They found them, they looked for them, and you know, those young guys made some shots and rewarded it. So I think from that point of view, they were very good. I think Templeogue never really figured out Eagles' zone. Maybe a little lack of composure. Their outside shooting maybe was missing, but I find at times, you know, from a rotation point of view, it maybe allowed Templeogue to be a little bit fresher, possibly, if that was the game plan, and try to up the pace. But no one really got into rhythm because of maybe the increased rotation. So from that point of view, and again, Evan Cook is such a key player for them, and the Eagles did a really good job on him, but they never really found a way of getting him involved in the game. Good cut here, but AJ Walsh gets the rebound. Ball goes into Christensen, turns the corner, drives, and is fouled by Mullins. Referee Caroline O'Mahony warning the Templeogue bench. Subs on the shooter. So Christensen about to check out for Eagles. Misses the first.
Yeah, I definitely think what you said about, you know, the likes of Ryan and Toby and all trusting the younger guys, it certainly reflects the score sheet. You know, Ryan had a quiet game, but certainly impacted with 12 points and 5 rebounds. That's quiet for Ryan, you know, considering, like, you know, October bank holiday, he raked up 50 points in 2 games.